Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. In this call, a 27-year-old woman sought Kevin's guidance on her pursuit of high-value men and her focus on her career aspirations. As the conversation unfolds, Kevin challenged her perspective and provided valuable insights into the qualities desired by high-value men. Let's dive in.
How are you? Well,
I
first of
believe
all, let's do this. How old are you?
I am 27.
All right. And do you have any children?
No children.
Okay, so go ahead.
I believe I've been dealing with men of high value lately, Keith Henry's in particular, and I've noticed one thing that a lot of these men seem to like about me is the inspiration that I give to them. And I know you speak about PhDs. I don't have a PhD. I'm still going for my bachelor's.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry. I'm still going for my bachelor's, so I'm not saying that I'm trying to use my PhD, but my book smarts, I read a lot of books of like Tony Robbins and Stephen Covey, and I attribute that to my partner.
Mm-hmm.
So my biggest goal is in.
So what's the question?
So is that a function of value as a woman?
Is what a function of value? Increasing your knowledge?
Yeah. To attribute to the relationship. It's not about telling him what to do.
Well, first of all, did you go to college?
I am attending currently.
And you're 27?
Yes, sir.
What's your degree going to be in?
I'm currently going into environmental science. I'm doing a concentration in ecology to do horticulture and soil science. I love my landscape designing. That's my stuff.
So how long do you have in school before you graduate?
I'm full-time right now.
So how long?
It's going to be a while. A little bit of a while, yeah.
And then you plan on having a career. You're not going to school to not have a career.
Yeah, okay. I do want to do something for myself, yes. So, and as a
so your focus is not a man. So your focus is not a man.
You say I am not focused on a man?
Well, no, you're not.
I am actually. To be honest with you, I've been a little distracted.
Well, hold on. Okay, so from what you just told me, you're going to school to get a degree.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right. But you're getting a degree in environmental science, and you still have a ways to go. And then after that, you're not going to just scrap that and do nothing with it.
No.
All right. So at 27 years old, when do you think it's going to be time to be somebody's mother, somebody's wife?
I'm actually open to the idea of kids. I'm
asking you, when do you think it's time?
When he's ready.
No. When are you going to be ready?
General
when are you going to be ready? 27 is okay. 27 is 5 years after you should already be out of school.
Right.
Right. So you got to answer the question. What you been doing?
Working.
Okay.
I currently work as a landscaper now. I'm a gardener full time.
But you asked about high value men. Okay.
Right.
Why would a high value man want a woman who's going to college until she's 30?
That's a good point.
They don't.
Okay.
They don't. I mean, I think you realize. I mean, I commend you, ladies, for kind of watching what I say, but you're starting to throw just terms around. But when you start asking some basic questions, you're going to school, and I would assume that most women like yourself go to school because you don't know how to really work with a man. So you need a backup plan.
Okay, that's fair.
Well, then why don't you focus on that? Because you're going to school, they're not giving it to you, right? You don't have scholarships. You got to pay for this, right?
Right.
How much student loan debt you gonna be in?
Right now, I have 7,000 from previous years. Now I pay out of pocket.
So how much is that going to be?
With about one class a semester, it's gonna
one class a semester.
But there's no,
it's not gonna work. See, that's what they do. We start asking the numbers, they start, oh, it'll work. No, it ain't gonna work.
Okay, I'll give you numbers.
How much is it gonna cost to get an environmental science degree?
So 1,600 roughly for each semester times, let's say, at a 3-year rate. A 3 years. So
1,600?
it's pretty expensive per class.
Okay, but then what about your living? Okay, so are you taking out student loans?
No.
So you're working and you're going to school.
Yes, sir.
So there's absolutely no time for a man.
That's actually not true. I've actually been spending a lot of time with friends after work. After 4 o'clock, I hang out. When I come home, I spend an hour to study. I'm pretty top in my class right now. Still hanging out with my friends. We're going to hang out on the weekend, for instance. I
I
make
said
sure I
any
go
time
out
for a
social.
man, not a boy.
Okay.
This is that double blank shit I was talking about. And women are allowed to just sit here and do this, to go from one lily pad to another, not thinking this through, not asking yourself any questions. Just it'll all work out. No, it won't. It absolutely will not just work itself out. Success is a result of proper planning and practice and implementation. It's the longest relationship you've ever had.
Longest is 3 years.
When did that end?
A few months ago, like 2 months ago.
And why did it end?
It ended because it wasn't going in a direction I really wanted it to go
Right.
on.
And
He
who
was
broke
still
it off? So you broke it off?
I did.
Right. So this is a woman who said you've been in a long relationship for 3 years, but in all this time you're going to school, you're hanging out with people, and you're dealing with high value men. Do you realize how fantastical of a story that sounds like to me? You got all that going on.
So actually,
and my point is, a man that I would consider high value wouldn't have anything to do with a woman with that kind of stuff going on. You may be a perfectly lovely woman, but they're looking for something else. You have no idea what you want to do right now. You don't know how you're going to pay for it. You just know you want a result. But what's the path?
I have my path carved out, actually.
Yeah,
I really do.
Your path. But you came on talking about high value men and how to be a better fit for them. And ma'am, you sound like you're trying to be a career woman. Do that. But that's not what high value men tend to look for. They don't need your career.
I may,
ma'am,
I actually
ma'am, did you hear what I said before you rebut it?
You said I'm a career woman, so more likely I will be looking for an average man.
Well, yeah, that's what you're gonna. I mean, do you accept that as a reality, or you think you're the exception to the rule that'll be able to get this high value man?
I accept it as a possibility.
No, it's a probability.
A probability.
Ma'am, you'll be 30 by the time you finish a bachelor's. Okay.
But if I may, as I was saying, I was actually being taught by a guy who has his own business, and he just took a liking to me, and he saw I was interested in moving forward just in life in general, and he's been teaching me how to deal with the social skills and even training me to deal
have
with
you had
men of
sex
high
with this
value.
man?
We had a relationship.
You have? No. How long have you known this man?
6 years, 2015, so 7 years now.
So you knew him before you had your boyfriend?
No.
You knew him before? No.
Time
out. Hold on. You known him for 6+ years, right?
Yes.
You ended your 3-year relationship a couple of months ago, right?
Yes.
You knew this man before your boyfriend. That's what I just said.
He was my boyfriend. He was my mentor first. We met in work is why that happened.
You cannot make this up.
I know it sounds fanatical, but it's actual
no,
truth.
You sound like the typical modern woman. You broke up with a man that you're going to try to tell me that he was your mentor. Ma'am, just go back and listen to what's coming. Just go back and listen to the words that are coming out of your mouth. I don't think this sounds like this sounds like the musings of a high school girl. Not a woman who is serious about having an outcome with a man. And all I've done is ask you questions about your life and allowed you to speak. You don't sound to me like a woman who's ready to be. You sound like a lot of other women. You're going to be perfectly fit. Danger zone. Because the skills required to be with a man successfully are not in environmental science. They're not in a career, and they seem to escape you. High value men, as you want to call them, I don't even need to get into it, but why go through life this way instead, or why not just decide to say, you know what, I need to learn how to become a more effective coupling with a man.
That was the training I was going through. Dealing with a man that's busy, for instance, is a big thing. That's where
But
my
you
career
left him.
comes in. I'm sorry?
But you mean your ex-boyfriend?
Right. He was busy most of the
But
time.
you left him.
And it wasn't because he was busy.
Why?
It was because he was complacent. Emotionally, he was complacent. And he
Oh,
wasn't
Jesus H. fucking Christ. Do you guys hear this? The student, the person that doesn't know shit, who's being mentored by somebody, has enough. You can't make this up, people. You cannot make this up. And this makes sense to you. This is a man you said was your mentor.
Right.
Okay, what did he do for a living?
He owns a small restaurant.
Mm-hmm. And he was emotionally complacent. He was complacent, meaning what? Go ahead and what?
He was suffering from depression.
Okay. Nothing Prozac and Zoloft can't cure. People suffer from stuff all the time.
He doesn't want it. He doesn't believe in the therapy. He doesn't believe he can get better. He's 40, for instance, and I'm 27. And there's nothing wrong with the age difference for me, but he doesn't want to get better. As he says, I'm damaged and you should move on. He's telling me that all the time. So that's really, I didn't want to leave. If I could stay with him, I would stay, but I can't. And I would have left a year ago, but I tried to stay, but he's just not.
Okay.
That's what it is.
Okay. My concern is you came in talking high value.
Right.
And this is one of the concerns I have with so many women today. All of you seem to be talking like about high value men as if you all qualified for one. And like you can just decide to go out here and, well, I mean, the presumption that you came in with was, I'm a high value man's caliber of woman, and how can I be a better woman for him? Where'd you get that? Where'd you get that baseline knowledge? How do you know that?
There's a person that I'm talking to currently who seems to have a similar mindset, and he is, by your definition, Keith Henry, really high in his job. He's trying to make generational wealth.
Keith, a high earner, not rich yet, is not high value.
Your CIA. Your CIA is what you qualified as a man of high value.
Stop. I know my terminology.
Okay.
My problem is you can say it, but you don't seem to have any idea what it means. Where are you in this? So let's start. Let's take it here. Sexual marketplace value. 27 years old. Any children?
No kids.
How tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size?
4. My hips push me into a 6 sometimes.
And if you gave yourself a rating on a scale from 0 to 10, you can't use 7, just your face. What would you give yourself?
An 8.
So, if you listen to what I say and you take that at face value, I say take a woman's overall SMV, or her look, and multiply it times what? $10,000?
Okay.
And that's about what you can expect a man to earn over a lifetime. That would be 80 grand. How many kids you'd like to have?
At most 1, to be honest with you.
At most 1.
It's up to conversation with whoever I'm with.
So like last night on Instagram, I told you guys it's a red flag when women kind of delay marriage and don't want children. The selfishness thing that's going on here. It's, I mean, it's not a judgment, but you don't sound like a wife. You sound like well, you don't sound like a mother. You sound like a woman who's looking for more of a lifestyle, and that's fine.
I think that's accurate, actually. That
I
sounds right.
know, yeah, but you come in here talking about high value this, and high value men aren't looking for lifestyles. They're looking for something different. But you're gonna work, and you're gonna have somebody else that works, but that's not high value. So you come in here saying I'm a key hitter, this and that, da, da, da. What you qualify for, and the kind of men, hey, yeah, you could go out and live a decent life, but stop trying to go after men who would want wife and kids when you're not that woman. And see, it doesn't matter if I got to it at the end or at the beginning. I said it when you said I'm 27 and going for environmental science, want a career. That's not a wife or kids. I said, when are you going to be ready to marry somebody and have some kids? That's not you. So you don't need high value.
I resonate with this. I'm not even mad at you. If I have to get average, I will take average. It works if it has to be that way.
Yeah, well, I would say the whole high value thing is something that a lot of you young ladies really should just kind of bounce away from, because I think I'm get concerned when people keep on using my terms over and over again and don't seem to put them in there.
In this thought-provoking conversation, Kevin Samuels fearlessly delved into the mindset of modern women, shedding light on the potential pitfalls of self-centeredness. He challenged the caller to reevaluate her perspective, emphasizing the importance of considering a man's desires and aspirations within a relationship. Kevin drew attention to the caller's statement about negotiating the idea of having kids, exemplifying the self-focused mindset prevalent in today's society. By imparting valuable wisdom and thought-provoking insights, Kevin encouraged personal growth and self-awareness. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on the call in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Relationship Report for more thought-provoking content. See you in the next one.